Adrenaline and put into my skin, fuck it, replace it with an insulin syringe. But what makes you think that there's such a big difference in for this? As I begin to slit my wrists, I contradict life in its predicaments, though I've commit so many motherfucking sins. And all this shit dwells up in my mind a bit. I finally get why I was never invited to the mix. Shenanigans, I begin to spin positivity, I'd admit, but I start to quit. My name equivalent to shit, so I start to forfeit. Though my parents forbid me to cancel courses, and so I'd forge a different type of emotion, and the assortment of it was so enormous. My anger forced in and grew to biblical proportions, and of course it came from multiple sources. And the origin of all my abnormalities came from the informality, so I turned into porcelain and sold it every day of my life. So I'd extort extraordinary rhymes out of my mind, abort social situations at time, and ignore my haters when they come to compromise. And it's the cold nights that get me depressed, overthinking and not feeling compressed. And if I had to tell you that I want my life to end, would you be able to comprehend? It's the cold nights that make me feel so tired. Is it all the pain, or is it all the pride? Cold nights that make me feel so tired. Is it all the pain, or is it all the pride? The temperature reaches to a freezing measure. You better seek the warmth, the blanket, or at least the sweater. My temper peaks a level, so I'm feeling angered. I'm all alone, cause no one tolerates my tone. Several elements that need to be severed. 7 elephants I feel on my shoulders, so the pressure grows and I cannot settle. I feel my bones crushed, cause nights only grow colder. And what's it for me to be the condoner of negativity I impose but never postpone? And the composer with a daily dose of insanity. Big Danny back to pose a different calamity for those who need it. Seek it, whatever, repeat it. Indeed, it's a needle straight to the penis. I definitely mean it. And my hypothetical thesis I'm conceiving is bias intrigued. I'm bleeding, and so I'm eating the silence. It's the cold nights that get me depressed, overthinking and not feeling compressed. And if I had to tell you that I want my life to end, yo, will you be able to comprehend? It's the cold nights that make me feel so tired. Is it all the pain, or is it all the pride? Cold nights that make me feel so tired. Is it all the pain, or is it all the pride? And suddenly this life depicts into a labyrinth. I'm stuck with a pen in my hand, ready to commence. Allowing me to come in is just another sin. If you don't like me talking about why this life is sick, cause I'll be staring at the ceiling trying to fall asleep. But honestly for me it's difficult to achieve, cause every breath I take might be the sign of relief. But in my mind I see that I cannot retreat. And it's the cold nights that get me depressed, overwhelmed. I don't know if I can even trust myself. I feel upset, broken, barely spoken to. Regret, provoking another song to do. Cause honestly this life is rough to make you crude enough. By cruising once in a while just to loosen up. But the phobias and the fears that interfere with my sleep are the only reasons I freaking appear so mean. Cold nights that make me feel so tired. Is it all the pain, or is it all the pride? Cold nights that make me feel so tired. Is it all the pain, or is it all the pride? Gimmie? Yeah. Cold nights, y'all. Yeah, check it out now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rhyming? It's my sinister guest. To bet you I'm a master in my sector. I'm a wizard or a jester and a pest to the pedestrians. When I tell them let's be friends, but you're horrendous when I render all your sections.
1 second.
As I select myself for resurrections, and it's the conception when I'm sending you the septum. So something so deceptive, so we're getting no progression.
So quit being skeptic.
It's the cynical infector and the syllable offender. Gets my reckon so infectious, but I've never been this epic. Spending all my time experimenting with the rhymes, collecting ammunition, waking me up quick in a mission. Cough, cough. Do I look like I'm 7? So stop asking me the questions. Imagine a world that ain't fermented, so quit asking me about my school connection. I think you got a cruel perception, so I don't have a possession of a brain. So my intention remains on causing havoc in vain. A spazzing human insane, no need to guesstimate where I've gone it. So gosh darn it, can I be considered equivalent to garbage? As my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, or whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, or whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, whenever I'm enraged. Artistic, the misfit, who misfit the pole in the hole, architect in any event, but shouldn't be given the title. The idol for others, the heights in the cover, there's fame or places, the purpose that covers him as a mystic individual, doing rituals in the Himalayas, a symbol recognized by those who do follow. But if you knock on my skull, you'll notice no noggin. But if you knock on my heart, it's obvious that it's hollow. It's not a religion, a bottle, but to my fellow hermanos I preach about breaching the end where reality meets death. My formality seems there, but I hourly eat to give energy needed. Cause critics, the hypocritical kind, get thrown in a machine where they're critically eaten alive by 11 knives. And even if they survive, they'll get thrown in again. Yeah, this my throne where I dictate with a pen and a pad, slap you upon the head to put some sense into it, cause you're making the wrong decisions. So let me reconfigure it then. As my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, or whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, or whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, whenever I'm enraged. I used to care what people thought, but now I give a conclusion. Some people's opinions are useless and dumb, but I'm pissed off, so sorry that I've disparted from the track. In fact, let me offer some of my tasty cum. Whoops, I meant to say baked muffins. I'm honest to my word, you'd hate me if all I really talked about was girls. So in case you get encaged inside a cage and all you're feeling bored, hop on a board of my album store and you click on a song and start to soar. Cause I don't need a thesaurus to form or weapons to tear your torso into 4 or 4, so terribly endorsed that it's chattered about in the chorus. According to the Lord's morality code, I'm scoring a 4 out of 1,000. The clowns I'm from the psychiatric war, giving a beat to torch a year proceeding, and that's how I was flipping born. Yeah, so if you think I'm adored, you're wrong. Only ignored in songs and can't even afford the cost of being pulled over. I'm sure I was purely sober, but I'm sure the 10 people I ran over are gonna be sore. That's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, or whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, or whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, or whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, or whenever I'm enraged. It's my Sinister-ness I put up on a page, whenever I'm enraged. I've illuminated my mind enough, alienated every day of my life. It's tough, incarcerated in my brain to plug all the hate I've been receiving, cause the hate frickin' sucks. I'm not even bothered by it, that's an obvious lie, cause I've been living an ominous life, anonymous to the kids who I'm currently by. I'm certainly pissed, cause all I am is a mist to lie. A Mr. Wise Guy who was never intense, a blister as well, guess I never prevailed. An intern of rhymes and the music producing, but people continue to turn and frickin' refusing. I was isolated, alienated, and hated the hatred I've been building, navigating me to the basics. What was I supposed to do? Impose an apology? You probably don't know who the hell you're speaking to. But now that I recognize solitude is what I needed, essentially to create the truth. Indeed, it's something that leaded me to delete the negativity, but I'm a leading crude, so y'all can suck my lividity. Alienated. 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 Cause when you're non-existent in this world you're living in, you feel like a pile of dirt with a worm in it. A permanent ghost, a lurking in those who were close but never given a chance. You're alienated. Cause I wish I was super coated to be sugar coated, but I don't understand this stupid motive. I'm mistaken to be vicious, sickened with a fictitious sickness, but people still don't get the notice. So while I focus on this lyricism, my hearing system for open assistance to kill this cataclysm, cause occlusion is what I sizzle in. I'm only brittle cause little of me is socially in. I'm normally grim according to them, I formally sin. Before I begin to spin my thoroughly grin. I'm sick of the lies and I'm sick of the vibes they depict, though it's ironic when you're calling me the prick. Though I'm becoming more reclusive, amusing and isn't it when I'm becoming used to it. It's a stupid incident, it's evident when I'm representing. I'm pissed, but I'm pissed cause I was secluded when I was 7, you dicks. Alienated. 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 So what's so significant about being weird that makes us not appealing and feared? Appearing a bit queer is a big fear, but what are you supposed to do when your personality's linear? It's like it's all related to discrimination. I've correlated another revelation. I hate it, but reality of it, you cannot put it up on a page and hopefully someone will find it and love it. Cause being discriminated is an abomination, and you can't be obligated to sit through the situation. It's what will tempt you to abomination, but silliness put aside. This what caused the creation of BIGDANNY. He to converse about life. And who knew being isolated would configure my mind in the perfect position where I wanted to be analyzed. To conclude, seclusion is useful and useless, and you assholes are just completely useless. If you want to alienate me again, go ahead, I'm not stopping you from choosing. Just remember I got a pen and a pet, it's authentic. I'ma dismember you verbally in the head, prick. So if you wanna discriminate me again, just recognize my generic intentions. Alienated. 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 proper confidence that I need. My self-esteem is on the edge and I'm on my knees. Yo, I pray for motivation, elevation, for the rhyming inspiration that is finest innovation for the dicing. Man, what is it to lead a proper life? Grab a liter of gasoline and throw it on guys. Is it a crime or is it entertainment? I wouldn't know, man, cause I'm past basic. Yo, and all you really wanna hear is what you want, never what I really wanna pull out of my thoughts. My heart telling me separately what I wanna do, but all my enemies telling me to record something that would sound like poo. I hate it, but I'm not gonna be obligated. Nah, I gotta sit through the hatred. I just wanna become the purest, and for that assurance, I'll need confidence, motivation, and more endurance.
And all you really wanna look for is motivation, motivation, motivation. And all you really wanna look for is motivation, motivation, motivation.
I've just been out of it, inanimate, every minute anonymous with a bit, so every spit is spiritless. Eric so careless, but I air still will ring, cause underneath my skin I'm a demoniacal kid, relentless to compress our pain. I stain my head with the sweat of process that I never gain, but I crave to the minute to hate, but I can't today. Gotta know what it is, man, I'm irritably drained. And it's the rage of 1,000 days that I get when I cannot compose a single rhyme on a freaking page. And so I lay in upon the rock and upon the deep into an imagination that was never in flames.
And all you really wanna look for is motivation, motivation, motivation. And all you really wanna look for is motivation, motivation, motivation.
You wouldn't like to see what it's like to be in the life of an MC, denied so frequently, rejected, neglected, never accepted. But you gotta expect it, cause it's never surprising being led with rejection. But if you're strong enough to survive, you'll keep on going. To see the positives to negatives is so explosive. It's like an overdose of smelling up that fruit aroma. You feel robust cause you're the only thing that isn't cut. But when you get the writer's block and all you feel is stuck, cannot continue, so the song is only built disrupted. Just digging deep inside and find yourself some motivation. You'll be at your prime without the lack of concentration.
And all you really wanna look for is motivation, motivation, motivation. And all you really wanna look for is motivation, motivation, motivation. And all you really wanna look for is motivation, motivation, motivation. All you really wanna look for is motivation, motivation, motivation.
I'm elation with miscellaneous variations of vandalism, ban the system of racist people, because the irony's thicker than a sausage equivalent to a pickle. I'm picking the words quicker than venom inflicted up in your vessels. The message like contemplating the message, causing another heckler.
Check, 1, 2, 3.
When you hear me, you begin to flee, see? I could sit here incoherently talking about theories with zero meaning to me, but I'd rather rattle about feces, random absurdities. I'm serving the relevancy of a rebel MC. The level of negativity increasingly advances to a higher advantage. The damage is tragic, yo, but this planet is savage like crazy, 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 crazy. I Could be running amok with a gun in my hand. Certainly a murder can perfectly understand, with or without a bounty bouncing outstandingly. Announcing a noun can result in an outcome of going to jail because of a felony. Melanie, help me out please. It's melting me with self-greed, so I plant a melon seed just to decrease my hangry needs. Yo, an ugly beat, you must be joking. Grab a knife and walk around with zero consent. Stab you up in the neck just to hear your grief. Y'all wouldn't be able to predict the beef. Ha. Crazy, 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 crazy. Traveling with a javelin in your abdomens. Phenomenal abdominal pain can cause a tragedy. My strategy can determine calamities. Big Danny's back with the bigger of black profanity. I'm lurking, emerging out of the shadows, searching impatiently while I'm drinking a Snapple, mixing catastrophical tropical chemicals found in the attic, along with an automatic. Automatically assume I'm a manic as I stand in the closet room, secluded, looking at you when I'm feeling a bit loose. Jerking a murderous position out of you like the vibrato. I'd give you a bravo, but you're just a lot of bullshit Vic. So pull my stick, I'd give you a tip. A long licks at the top dish, you gotta talk quick. The toxic oxygen I breathe as a breeze. It's what makes me what I am, but you are what you eat. Crazy, 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 crazy. Back and ready to rip the ribbons. My heart I rip it to every single lyric I finish. I mark the tip on my dick so you critics can lick it. And my balls terrific, be floating around without any physics. Damn, you's a cynic? A synonym for illness, because I've been in the clinic. I'm still a mess, I confess, I cannot address the stress that lingers around in my head like verbally lynching. I'm pinching your brain vessels with every word that I'm spitting. Insane level that I'm hitting, you better beware, cause I barely care, I'm here and there with a put of an air. I dare you to book it before this becomes an affair. Ciao. So really come on, just let it go. You get my gritty lingo, but I'm yet to blow. Why do you gotta hate on no man with an angry flow? Don't be rude, I'm not a fool cause I'm knowledgeable. So if you hit me, go ahead, get decapitated and your wings will spread. The boss I spit, vivid thoughts, so break your legs. I'm yet to be fed, give me the hate, I'll eat that instead. A serial killer, I'm iller, I'm serial, realer than surreal villains. Either you're living realistically or use a holographic gimmick. Definite hesitant peasant, I used to be in the past. This is the present, I pass, settled with half credit. I damn said it with confidence, so I am said it. Embedded cynical plots of thoughts of a schizophrenic. I'm photogenic, or maybe die, but I lost my head in a sex cab. I'm heading to make cash as I'm flipping-matic. No mixtape whiplash, make a sex tape at last. Let her remain on Reddit until you gain the presence of a porn star. Until your brain's torn cause you're not smart. Well then let's see you try to spit bars. I'm not the retard, you the one who's gotta restart. So really come on, just let it go. You get my gritty lingo, but I'm yet to blow. Why do you gotta hate on no man with an angry flow? Don't be rude, I'm not a fool cause I'm knowledgeable. So if you hit me, go ahead, get decapitated and your wings will spread. The bars I spit, vivid thoughts, so break the legs. I'm yet to be fed, give me the hate, I'll eat that instead. Grill and a pill, I still stand for the kill. I will damage the veil with a couple of bars built. I tell your mentality gets a mental skill. Mentally ill, accidentally dropped as a kid, but chill. Yo, no medicine ingested in me while writing a rhyme. So hesitant to be sublime, so I try to provide another line without spice. And pass me the line, cause I'm that I'm dumb, but it's irony that keeps you alive. Yo, I strive to be the best, but I'm less to what I can be. I've yet to see ahead of me, resulting in extra amphetamine affecting me relentlessly. I'm nervous, I'm living with a purpose I've yet to see. Hallucinogens, I'm losing it again. Make use of the pin illusions just to loosen up your medicine works, but let us get serious. I'm like Siri with a series of master seriousness is clearly getting you upset, but fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta get out on your own. Control what you wanna be, not what you wanna be told. So maybe I am crazy, but I'll let that unfold. Don't let anyone hate you or for something you wanna be bold. So really come on, just let it go. You get my gritty thing, so what I'm yet to blow. When do you gotta hate on no man with an angry flow? Don't be a fool, I'm not a fool cause I'm knowledgeable. So if you hit me, go ahead. Get decapitated and your wings will spread. The boss I spit, vivid thoughts, so break your legs. I'm yet to be fed, give me the hate, I'll eat that instead. Yeah. Cold night, motherfucker. Just a singular spaceship in the distance. No one can ever diminish of my machinery. Developing codes like Leonardo da Vinci. You see me and now you don't. Houdini mode. Around the globe, anonymous, but to my folks, I'm locally known as a kid who's lyrically dope. And what is it to provoke the ghost of a kid who's repeatedly down but is able to cope? I grab my code and walk so grimly. People mistakenly think that I love to empty all sincerities, that I'm a criminal empty. When in reality, I'm just a person like you. To persecute the negatives is what I do. Prosecuting positives oftenly as I do. Predominantly optimism is what I can do, but oftenly I get shot down from the sky that's so blue. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Isolated up in the universe, I unify my possibilities of living in life in peace. Impeach negativity predominantly, but logically we can't live without it. A spaceship in the distance with zero admission. Plenty of ammunition, but can't find the ignition. I spaz cause no one listens. Rant about the critics, vent about anyone who's unable to visit. I diminish my confidence without ever having to finish. And yet I'm grinning. A grimace never commences without my legal permission. I'm eager to grin to get you questioning what I'm sniffing. Either it's my condition or ether that I be spitting. Neither can equal a stable individual. And I'm ambitious enough to say that I want equal vision, but reality comes, my words will leave you in fetal position. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. I'm the emission that nobody wants to come across. Exotic person, what is it about me that's freaking raw? Off, wrong, in every single direction. Apparently I'm unwanted, so fuck it, I'm freaking gone. A spaceship, let alone a space where matter roams. An anxious astronaut, astronomically out of zone. Solitary condition, infinite expedition to improve my perspective on this thing that we call living. I'm driven to be demeaning every single minute. Derogatory, cynical ego, you better know that I'm dissing. Only to be enabled if any broken restrictions. Luckily I'm in space and you done in the village. But my loneliness is a choice and emptiness is a noise, and my music is but a voice for me to ignore the void. I choose to win it from being ridiculed or killing folks by being in the spaceship from the distance we ignore. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. Spaceship in the distance. I'm just a spaceship in the distance. Y'all starting to act like I was never born. It's becoming a norm and I'm enormously bored. You're trying to change my image without my legal permission. You're eager to mess with my ego, but I amend this prohibition. I don't know where's the line we call the limit. Without it, I only predict collisions. You listen, I won't tolerate all it takes to get me to change my proper position. My perspective is set and I'm fed up with your ignorance.
Looking at me like I won't give it up. But to be my on the track is resilient. Know the way I got me down up forbidden. Know the way I got will never foresee it.
And I don't wanna see the dead when my personality traits change in such a drastic way. I don't wanna become the man who's smoking crack on the block. Oh man, that's insane. I wanna stay the same with the crazy rage, engaged to write rhymes on a ripped page. And if you ever try to change who I truly am, don't suppose it was me who stuck a ship in your rib cage.
I will never let you take it. You hate me cause I'm educated. You're thinking I'ma be deflated. My character to me is greatness. And I will never let you take it. You hate me cause I'm educated. You're thinking I'ma be deflated. My character to me is greatness.
An inseparable personality is magic with a temper that never leaves. I induce madness when I reduce sadness as I input classes of different logical reasoning. Ratchet establishing the rapping stashes of ammunition I be piling. My enemies I smash with a hatchet. I'm hatching as a dragon human being. So what is it you want from me? My anger tank of prosperity. I barely get to be me, Big Danny upon the scene. I gotta be nice, be damned, don't be mean. But tables turn in this, my word. You can't allocate who I am and what I serve, what I deserve when I learn. And who I burn, what I am is what I am, now let it be. And to alternate, change, rearrange, or replace will devastate and destroy the stage. Big Danny, ain't no one gonna change my name, my age, my fate. I've done too much to fabricate my brain. So fuck y'all, I'm not gonna interchange for a girl relationship. Job remain this way, raw, insanely great. Falling pavement head first, you damn jerks, because I'll stay this way. No bribery, my bravery is brightly. No slavery because my freedom's highly. You hate on me because you want it your way. Well, my morality will stay decidedly, cause
I will never let you take it. You hate me cause I'm educated. Thinking I'ma be deflated. My character to me is greatness. And I will never let you take it. You hate me cause I'm educated. Thinking I'ma be deflated. My character to me is greatness. And I will never let you take it. You hate me cause I'm educated. You thinking I'ma be deflated. My character to me is greatness.
thinking I'll never amount to anything else. I weep for help in desperate times for need. With cold nights, man, I only believe that my belligerent ways only deliver the hate I receive. So what is it that you haters want from me? I bleed internally writing these mighty schemes of rhymes to please, and in return I see negativity in the dozens. So what is it with all this bugging me? It's like a newly developed activity. And with all this rage and popularity, there's no aperture to take to escape this cave. And amateur engage in this rap culture, a rap soldier in this vast majority of bewildered hate, taking experiences and putting them into words, making appearances, promoting positive morals. But in the core of it all, I need a Tylenol, cause the stress is up and the motives are all gone. So why do I feel stressed out? I feel like I don't really know if I can comprehend it now. I feel like I would explode. So why don't you help me out? I feel like everything I say is true, and I don't know what to do. I feel so delusional. Give me some of the caffeine, down from the deli, down for the valley of death, cause I feel a bit funny. Trouble running myself today, I'm off of the great, off the hate, off the brakes, so I gotta lay down for the last rhyme, down the pastime sound, a little bit dumbfounded, now it's fine. I won't take another breath to store, to make y'all lose your patience, cause I am gracious. But counting towards another devastation, demonstration that hatred is hated, but a patient fellow will never initiate a dilemma, so better for worse if it wasn't for ancient principles. And it's cold nights that catch you believing, that catch you breathing irregularly, sleeping to find a way out, while weeping your eyes away till drought. The need for liquid is found, and I don't doubt the day that the doom will sweep the earth. Got a cosmic event that'll get you all the hurt, but in the meantime, how do we treasure life, torture ourselves with the stressful turns? So why do I feel stressed out? I feel like I don't really know if I can comprehend it now. I feel like I would explode. So why don't you help me out? I feel like everything I say is true, and I don't know what to do. I feel so delusional. Man, put me back in the psychiatric ward, cause I don't deserve to win an award for being alive, for being a psychotically plagued. I gotta be back for being a guy that's giving a pledge, for being positive anywhere that I go. Instead of the negatives, I gotta be able to flow, cause cons are easily able to eat you up. Man, I see you presenting the middle finger up. But what is it to dwell and alive? Things we've dealt with twice, now I'm needing advice. I advise to recite rhymes that apply to this. I'm pissed, I'm down to think out loud so quick. I foul, dismiss the sound of an angered prick. I bounce a bit, then I'm bound to break when things get too distinct. I minister all the pain through inhumane riddance, but still humble enough to remain fitted. So why do I feel stressed out? I feel like I don't really know if I can comprehend it now. I feel like I would explode. So why don't you help me out? I feel like everything I say is true, and I don't know what to do. I feel so delusional. So why do I feel stressed out? I feel like I don't really know if I can comprehend it now. I feel like I would explode. So why don't you help me out? I feel like everything I say is true, and I don't know what to do. I feel so delusional. Say but corruption lingers every single day. The good transmuted, its transmission has become so muted, and as the bad spreads to the heads of the innocent, the people of the present become so stupid, so clueless. It's a nuisance for the conscientious, anger's common for the people who induce the offense. I bet the devil's taking everyone's common sense. Hostility frequently builds between the boundaries of our friendly kin. It's ugly, and the mentality of our future kids include the putridness and hell we're funding. And deep inside we weep and cry, we see the sky and hope begin to die. Our eyes turn wide and we turn cold-blooded. We grab a knife and vociferate often. And it's cold nights,
and the darkness consumes you.
I would have been legally present to repel the hell we dwell in, but it's no fairy tale we tell. And it's cold nights,
and the darkness consumes you up.
You can be part of the people saved, but corruption lingers every single day. And I was swept from the darkness in me, irritability killing me rough but swiftly. Misery comes around just to see me pissy, down upon the ground cause my body's aching. Angry and the happiness within me empties, ending to this life that is purely heavy. Shrinking to the moonlight in the visible night sky, killing off everybody in my sight to survive. Now I feel like I will never be so damn light. My reputation vandalized by what I decide, and I define the definition of contempt. I apologize for ever having ignored you then. How much of a monstrosity that I became. I never meant to do you wrong in any way. It was because of all the darkness that I faced that I became a face that you no longer chase. And what a pity that it was to see me strange. I gave entry to the darkness that's encaged to turn me into a deranged psychopath, a devilish demolition who loves to crash. I've been living through shit that I've never seen. Confusion, delusion is a pure routine. The darkness embellished me to be obscene. Now I'm unable to return from this gory scene. And it's cold nights,
and the darkness consumes you.
I would have been the only person to repel the hell we dwell in, but it's no fairy tale we tell. And it's cold nights,
and the darkness consumes you up.
you can be part of the people saved, but corruption lingers every single day. Wake up in the late morning abrupt, thinking, what am I gonna do as I suffer this dump? Blinking, the cold temperature is biting me up, I shiver. I don't even know as I quiver, trying to get the warmth while I skitter. A sinner, never knew as a beginner, always wanted to be a winner. Pecatory, negatory, and a story. And look at me like I blunder everything notoriously. It's killing me consistently, will someone put an end to me? And I don't wanna seem like no whiny kid with a tiny fit. All I wanna say is that we learn from our mistakes that we commit. Man, we don't wanna see us quit. We got the tendency to crave defeat, but all we gotta try to do is persist, even through the meanest labyrinths that exist. And I don't wanna follow no script, I'd rather jump off a cliff. Spaceship in the distance, you better watch your business, cause you will see me go ballistic. Pessimistic, I think you missed it. Darkness utilizing me with quickness, spit emissions, grim descriptions, waking up in the dawn of a morning senseless. Cause swear the god of this corruption don't take me. I will not find the safety in consumption of dumb shit. Like I've been anxiously waiting for some kind of function, but all I find is persistent abundance of nothing. Like I'm the diffident only because I am misinterpreted. The timid kid never looked upon as conspicuous. What am I supposed to do? Impose a clue and depict a hint, but don't even know the answers to the quiz. I feel the hate of brilliance within me twist. Oblivious. When I'm waking up in the morning I feel the dizziness. Never miss the feeling of never being bliss. Holy shit, got me feeling so distinctive, I don't dismiss it. Man, I gotta be submissive, emotions close in, feeling broken, provoking hopeless psychology to get me coping. Luckily because of all the therapy, I'm feeling a little bit close to complete. Never really thought talking please and help me, so I thank you for it. But now I gotta move forward. Ambition got the fortune so prospective, and I cannot turn back, that's informal. Morning's here, do we get another warning? Chirping birds and the sun is really warming, forming better pictures cause of the storming. Late morning and the darkness distorting cause